Yun. And we're live. Basta guys. GM, salamat sa pag-share ng stream. Mako, first. Yun no. Kamusta pare? Ang weird nito, no? I'll be honest. Medyo kinakabahan ako. Kinakabahan in a sense na alam mo yung feeling na pag meron ka pang game na hindi pa nalalaro pero alam mo sa sarili mo kung yung gravitas ng game, yung kung gaano siya nilalagay ng mga gamers sa pedestal na maganda, one of the best if not the best. Parang may halong kaba na baka hindi mo magustuhan, baka hindi ko magustuhan, or may mga aspeto ng game na hindi ko maintindihan, hindi ko mga ganung bagay. Pero kahit ganun, sobrang excited ako. Actually, ngayon ko lang ulit naramdaman yun eh. Ngayon ko lang ulit naramdaman yung ganong excitement at kaba sa isang video game. Wala akong maalala na game na nilaro ko. Siguro yung Chrono Trigger yung last. Nung nilaro ko yung Chrono Trigger, medyo may konting pressure rin na baka kasi hindi ko magustuhan. Pero parang hindi same 1:1, pero ewan ko, iba tong Metal Gear eh. 'Di ba? Parang alam natin kung gaano kalupit yung game sa mga critics, sa mga fans, etc. So, may kasama talagang kaba, I'll be honest. And as much as possible, magiging honest ako. Kung hindi ko nagugustuhan, meron akong mga experiences na hindi ko nagugustuhan sa game, sasabihin ko. Yun, let's see kung anong mangyayari. Salamat sa mga nagla-like, sa mga nag-share, sa mga nandito na best MGS game ever made, sabi ni JM. You know, yun yung mga nakaka-pressure talaga ng mga remarks or ng mga comments kasi hindi ko alam, hindi ko pa siya nalalaro. Sana walang spoiler, sana walang mag-spoil, pero nandiyan naman si DJ. Iba-block niya or i-remove niya yung mga mag-spoil. Magtatanong naman ako guys kung meron akong hindi maintindihan, kailangan ko ng tulong nyo. Okay lang yan, Lods, i-clip ko, hate comments mo sa MGS. Sabi naman ako, ayos lang yan. Watching while working, you know, daming emails na nare-replyan. Work from home ka na ulit, pare. Oh, ano na naman to? Uy, Nelson, pare, kamusta? Kape tayo. Pre, pogi mo today. Kape. Uy, naku, huwag naman ganun. Baka maniwala sila. Sa atin lang yun. Ubusin ko na tong Yossi ko tapos start na tayo. Hindi ko din nalaro MGS lang nalaro ko. Yung una, yung sa PS1. Yung sa MGS na una, meron mga parts na spoiled na ako, lalo na yung sikat na Psycho Mantis na boss fight, yun alam ko yun. Parang kasama na yun, parang ano yun eh. Parang comparable yun dun sa pagkamatay ni Aerith. So sobrang labo na hindi ka ma-spoil. Pero dito sa Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, wala, di ako masyadong spoil dito. Pwede ka magluto ng french fries while watching cutscenes, totoo ba? Pwede pa akong magjabol, no? Habang nanonood. Jabol muna. No time no see. Oo nga eh. Balita sa'yo, pare. Gab, salamat sa pag-share ng stream. Salamat din sa pag-like. Ano na naman nilalaro? Ito, Metal Gear. Lalarin ko. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. First time kong lalarin to. And most likely, gagawan din namin to ng podcast episode. Gab, welcome. Welcome sa stream. Pwede ka pa magbawas habang naghihintay matapos cutscenes niyan. Sabi ni Kuya Boss, let's check. Meron pa ang konti. Work from home kami pero pumupunta ako sa office kasi sayang yung okay, transpo allowance. Sa amin, internet allowance naman. Kaya ayoko din mag-on-site maliban sa traffic. Sayang yung allowance, internet allowance. Road to Platinum na just, di ko alam pare, pero sa ngayon blind playthrough muna, hindi ako mag-google even Platinum guide, trophy guide, di muna ako mag-google nun. Baka mawala kasi yung magic. I think itong isa sa mga magandang aspeto ng Metal Gear yung element of surprise. So, as much as possible, sana makapture natin yan. Mag-bike ka, papasok, try mo pre kung malapit. Hindi, malayo pare. Tsaka yung oras. Yun, paano ko ba share yung stream? Share ko yung stream ko muna sa personal page ko. Wait lang Share ko lang yung stream ko sa personal account ko. Wow, may accent, personal account. Share nyo na rin guys kung okay lang. Kung nandito kayo, nanonood kayo. Share nyo na rin. Ba't wala sa page ko? Yung live ko, gago to Weird. Sige, hindi ko na share sa personal page ko. Ayaw mo maglagay ng stars goal at yung logo ng RR sa stream. Star goals. Ito naglagay ako. Meron ako nakalimutan na i-discuss pala nung nag-Discord inuman tayo. Siguro some other day na lang. Pero naglagay na ako ng star goals dyan. Yan, future ng TGS. And yung logo ng RR sa stream, hindi ko pa kasi alam kung ano yung itsura ng game, yung layout. Actually, yung position ng camera ko, hindi ko pa alam kung tama siya. So, pag nalaro ko na siguro second stream sa Wednesday, doon ko na ilalagay para alam ko na, kabisado ko na yung layout. Baka may maharangan kasi na UI. Tara, game. Woo! Tara. Ano natin to? Maganda ba talaga to? Ah. 1964, Virtuous Mission and Operation Snake Eater. The origin of the Metal Gear series begins in 1964 at the height of the Cold War. Naked Snake, the man who would later become the legendary soldier known as Big Boss, heads into Soviet territory to help the scientist Sokolov defect to the West. However, the mission ends in a failure when Snake's mentor, a female soldier known as the Boss, unexpectedly detects to the Soviet Union. The fate of the world hanging in the balance, Snake is forced to question the true meaning of loyalty. Putang ina! True meaning of loyalty. Ganda to, loyalty. Let's talk about loyalty. As he embarks on a lone mission to kill his former mentor. Defects? Okay. Shit, tumataas balihibo ko. Naalala ko intro na MGS3. Ano gamit mo controller, Jazz? Hindi ko alam parang walang tatak. Kasama sa piniram. Sana hindi magloko yung HDMI. Pero, tara. Let's see. Anong sabihin ng defects? Mga reject? Bagal ng loading, no? Pag PS3? Pag nasanay ka na sa PlayStation 5. Konami! Kojima Prod. Blue Point. Nice. Good evening, Sir Jazz. Oy, Maynard. Salamat. Nag-traitor or umalis sa position? Okay. Kape. Yes, sir. Kape tayo. Salamat sa pag-share ng stream. New game, no? Okay, new game. I'm playing the MGS series for the first time. I like MGS 1. I like MGS 2. I like MGS 3. So, I'm playing the MGS series for the first time, no? Ito yung piliin natin. Yes, pag spoiler comments, matic delete. Yes, sir. I'm playing MGS series for the first time. Ito na lang pipiliin ko. Okay, very easy, normal, hard. I think magno-normal na lang ako. Para saktuhan lang. Tol, digital yan or de bala? Bala to pare. Care of RD. Normal na lang guys, normal na lang tayo. Hindi naman get good to eh. Get good ba to sa stealth? Normal na lang. Hard? No, normal lang tayo. Normal, yan. Let's go. After the end of World War II, Sorry.
Was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Mga ilang oras yung opening sequence nito? Yun na naman, Hideo Kojima game. Mga ilang beses lalabas to sa game na to? Mga 10? Baka bawat David Hater. Ito yung bosses ni Snake. Owa, salamat sa pag-like ng stream. Mga ilang beses lalabas yung pangalan ni Kojima dito? $5:30 AM.
Over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right.
Luis, salamat sa pag-like ng stream.
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Owa, salamat sa pag-share. Thank you. Kojima game, text count. Parang death counter, no?
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector.
Yvette, welcome sa stream.
Put on your
Kamusta?
mask.
Salamat sa pag-like. Baka mapadalas yung Yossi ko dito.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Luna, yan Luna. Salamat sa pag-share ng stream. Salamat din sa notify.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Ito si Snake. Tama ba?
Depressurization complete.
Dapat pala medyo tinaasan mo.
6
Brightness sa
minutes to drop
in-game,
off.
medyo
Open
madilim.
your
Sige.
hatch.
Kamaya, sa settings.
Sunrise.
Nakaka-hype yung tunog, no?
External temperature minus 40.
Yung Snake Eater, ba literal ba yun na Snake Eater na kumakain siya ng snake?
Stand up.
Or parang metaphor?
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
Angas.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings.
And fly. God be with you.
Ninja siya? Show off lang yun, no? Umikot-ikot siyang ganun. Putang ina, ilang beses na to? Pangalan nito ni Kojima. Dapat may counter talaga tayo ng pangalan ni
Jack, I've
Kojima
got
eh.
some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission.
No, the virtuous mission. The future
Norvin,
of our
thank you for
country
liking the stream.
depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right.
So flashback.
So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles.
Pwede pa ako mag-Yossi, no? Matagal pa to eh.
Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau.
Ito yung bibitawan mo yung controller mo eh, no? Manonood ka muna eh.
And the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that
Uy,
carried
Owa,
Yuri
salamat sa
Gagarin
50
orbit
stars. Dumaan lang ako
was
pre,
A1.
working pa ako. Paalam mga bata. Salamat para salamat.
Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development, become the head of the newly
Totoong tao yung
established
sinut nila
Design
dito?
Bureau.
Totoong tao to, di ba?
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau. That's quite
Hindi siya,
a success.
hindi siya
So why do
CG?
you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid.
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west.
Ah, Cold War
He
footage,
used the
okay.
mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over
Kala ko
the
nag-shoot pa
Persian
sila
Gulf
eh.
shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The
Yun ang
security
Stars
on the
Party,
eastern
oh.
side was still
Uy,
fine.
grabe naman yan!
Then what?
Yvette, 400 stars. Pampabuenas na first MGS stream mo. Salamat, salamat. Grabe ka naman.
West Berlin. It took
Oh my
me 2
God.
weeks, more than 600
Ba't naman
miles to get
ganun?
from the research facility in the
Wag na, tapos
Soviet
na.
Union to
Tigil na
Berlin.
natin to.
He was in no condition
Kota
to
na.
say anything coherent.
Salamat, Yvette. Salamat, salamat. Salamat sa
It was
400
only
stars.
a week later
Thank you,
that
thank
we
you.
had something much
Grabe.
bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that
Okay na,
the
pwede
Soviets
tayo
were in the
mag-stop.
process of
Okay
deploying
na yun.
intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet
Medyo hindi ko naiintindihan, ah.
missiles
I'll be
continued
honest.
on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council
Teacher Fred, salamat sa pag-share ng stream.
to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba,
Okay.
and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the U.S. agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
The fuck yung IRBM? Ano yun?
Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete. We were going to get rid of them anyway.
Feeling ko dito ako matcha-challenge sa mga term.
Whatsoever to either
mga
the
terminologies.
US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
Justin, salamat sa pag-share ng stream.
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand.
Kennedy? John F.
The
Kennedy?
next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handed him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
Bernard James Cruz, salamat sa pag-share ng stream.
Yes, he was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision.
Ano naman yung KGB?
What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
Bounce na
We're
ako.
talking
Sumagot
about a
lang
single
ako. Uy,
weapon
salamat,
so
Iwet.
big
Salamat,
it
salamat.
possesses
Salamat sa 400 stars. Grabe ka.
Is
Thank you, thank
Sokolov
you.
still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino Yask, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
Virgin Cliffs?
Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back.
Okay.
This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
KGB, soldier term sa Russia ata or parang special forces ng Russia. Not sure if tama ako. Okay. Ah, puta na, naalala niyo yun habang tumatalon siya? Ayos ah. Tingin nga Solid Snake. Pakita ko sa'yo. Yossi ka muna.
Listen up, Jack.
Uy, ano yun?
Your mission is to
R1?
infiltrate
Ano?
Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains,
R1.
ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
Ah, okay. Stig. May ganung view.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis.
Ba't ganun yung font?
The
Parang
clock
may...
is ticking.
Parang nahihilo.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proof.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Daming war
Sounds like you're
terminologies na
going
hindi ko
against a
naiintindihan.
battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if
Ang galing no,
anything
pati
goes wrong,
yung font niya.
you'll be
Kapag nandun sa
eating
eksena
snack
ni
breakfast
Sneak,
and
parang
all
medyo
the rest of your
nahihilo.
meals in the jungle.
Saka siguro maramdaman natin na ganun yung feeling kapag nasa Erica. Ayos ah. Kahit yung ganung detalye, no? Merong something. Ox lang yan kaysa sa falsi. Tsaka sa lasi. Superhuman ba siya? O normal na tao lang siya? Na-excite naman ako manood. Sana di pa wala-wala signal sa biyahe. Di yan pare. Wane, pogi. Pogi mo lods ah. You know? Sneak, David Hater. Nagmo-mocap na ba sila neto? May mocap na neto, no?
Do you copy? You're
Okay.
already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other.
Okay.
Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not
Naked
to
Snake.
mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I
Naked
don't know
sneak.
if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
what about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
Tom, ang puta, ba't
This
ganun?
will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence.
Yun
Is
lang.
that clear?
No.
This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food.
Putang ina,
You'll also
maghahanap ako ng
find some
food.
medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
Yung
I
pag...
see.
Mamaya,
Well,
wait.
you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button.
Okay.
I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you.
Para
You
sa...
need to talk to me, use the send function.
Okay.
Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Yung Naked Snake na pangalan sa kanya, Patrick and Silva, salamat sa pag-like ng stream. Taasan muna natin yung brightness. Wait lang. Option. Kung pwedeng mataasan yung brightness. Madilim yata sa stream eh. So, to brightness adjustment. Taasan natin. Ano to? Paano ko tataasan to? Adjust the monitor brightness so that the gray scale under the orange line is no longer seen to obtain optimal brightness for this game. Hindi natataasan yung brightness sa in-game, guys. Sa ano talaga siya? Sa monitor lang. Sa bandilim ba sa stream? Caption on. Camera mode third person view normal lang, no? And camera up down reversed. Okay na to. What the fuck? Ox lang naman. Okay, sige. Map. Okay. Yung Naked Snake, hindi ba yun hindi ba yun parang joke na sexual? Parang Naked Snake. Di ba kunwari pag raw, no condom, parang naked edits. Hindi ba yun ganun, Naked Snake? Curious lang akong malaman. Wala, hindi hindi natataasan RD. Brightness adjustment to, hindi siya nag-up and down. Ayaw. Code name niya, I mean, hindi ba yan parang joke or something sexual? Naked Snake. Okay. Paano magpaki dito? Okay, yun yung roll. R1 first person view. Okay. Ito yung mga gamit niya. R2 L2 revival. Ano to? Espionage pill developed by the CIA can wake up from fake death. Malcolm, salamat sa pag-like ng stream. Malaman mo rin yan, why naked, and paano ma-upgrade code name niya dyan. Di naman. Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around but I'm dummy, thick, and the clap for my ass cheeks. Ano yan? Yan, Malcolm, di ko maintindihan yung sinasabi mo. Lang. So, hanapin ko yung backpack ko. Malcolm, salamat sa pag-share ng stream. Okay. Hindi ako pwede tumalon? Okay. Medyo madilim nga no, pero bearable naman. Yun nga eh, paano kaya yun? Hindi ko rin alam eh. Well, hindi na-adjust sa options eh. Pwede kong i-adjust dito sa, sa OBS siguro. Siguro sa second stream na lang. So, eto yung IV, no? Tama ba? Dilim nga, Lods. Ano ba to? So, OBS na lang siguro. Okay. Akasis properties. Siguro lagyan ko ng filter. Audio video filter. Expander noise. Color correction. Sa second screen na lang guys. Baka mali yung maano ko na settings eh. Nakakatakot. Baka magkamali. PC na lang muna natin. Paano to? Dito ako akit, di ba? Press the action button. Ano ba yung action button? Ayun, triangle. Okay. Meme yan. Bet ko lang balang araw may mag-send sa GC ng video na yan. Okay. So, hindi doon. Asan yung bag ko? Ayun, ito pala. Doon pala. Sige, sige. After ng stream. Ayun. Nakuha na yung item.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake.
Malupit ako eh.
To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Okay.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance.
Uy!
You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly.
May ganong
Keep an eye on
mechanic.
your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
Yun lang.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun.
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So
Yun
don't
lang.
get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment. Whose
Kahit-
crazy idea was this anyway?
Totoo! Mas crazy
Solo
idea.
covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia.
Ang daming
It
hassle.
could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission.
Ang
You're
ina
a
mo.
ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word.
Stealth mission.
There'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Gagandis tayo
Then I'll
dito.
just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm
Stealth,
afraid
stealth.
so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose.
Hmm.
SAS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It will send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead.
Ayos ah.
So, how do I come back to life?
Just take
Galing
the
nun eh.
revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
Okay.
I'll
So,
keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance.
dang
The
Ebas!
first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm
Uy.
paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Sino to?
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short.
John Doe.
You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you
Jane
my
Doe.
name only if you manage to make it back alive.
Okay.
My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency.
Nice.
140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Walang autosave.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you?
Hindi, sino yun?
A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Sayang wala pa sticker. O, pre, pinapagawa pa natin.
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
Dahing
That's
usap!
right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
Sana
I
all.
can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Ba't madarama yung tugtog?
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique.
Totoo.
In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be.
Bakit
Having
Jack?
personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times.
Zel, thank you for liking
Yesterday's
this link.
good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why.
Yun yung
But
nakaka-bad
you're
trip dun,
looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more.
Ouch!
That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
Oh my God.
I do whatever I have to get the job done.
Di ako pwede maging
I
soldier.
don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Tangina.
Patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for
Paano
them
pag
if
mali, no?
necessary.
Paano pag mali?
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
Paano pag against sa
People are
value
the
mo?
ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over
You know,
time. And so do
value.
the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
Oh my God.
That's the way a soldier's supposed to think.
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
Di ko
Alright,
kaya to, kung
but
ako.
do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught
Ano
you
naman
are
yung
sure to
CQC
come
na
in
yun?
handy.
CQC. Close quarters combat.
Close
huh?
counter. Yun pala yan, okay.
I've been in the Green Berets for the past
Parang
few
na-
years.
na-
I'm
nababasa
probably
yung isip ko.
rusty.
Not to
Sinasagot
worry.
yung tanong ko.
I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
Wow.
My frequency is 141.80.
Kaya ka
Call
bang,
me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
kailangan ko i-take
Gotcha.
note yun, yung mga frequency.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Grabe, no? Parang, you're not allowed to question
Snake,
yung mission.
Try to remember some of the basics of
Paano pag mali?
CQC.
Paano pag mali? Paano pag may mga inosenteng tao na magiging collateral ng mission mo?
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Hindi ko kaya yung ganun. So hindi ako loyal pag ganun? Kapag kinwestiyon ko yung mission ko. Malalabelan ako na hindi ako loyal or parang hindi ko kaya yung ganun. Ganun pag sundalo, Lods. Yun nga, so hindi ako pwede maging sundalo kasi ka-questionin ko lahat eh. Kahit nga, di ba, kunwari may order yung boss mo. Kunwari sa trabaho natin, may sinabi yung boss mo, gawin mo to. Questionin ko kung bakit ko gagawin yun eh. Mali ba yun? Ano ba yung mga repercussions? Mga epekto nun? So dito pag soldier ka, no, basta kung ano yung order sa'yo, gagawin mo kahit ano. Walang minimap? Walang minimap? Paano mag-minimap? Gago. Ah, okay. Ito yung frequency. Okay. 2 slides lang yan. Ano 2 slides? 2 sides. Loyal to the country means gagawin mo lahat for benefit of the country kahit mali. Oh my God. Ah, may baboy. Lupit to. Baka stealth god to. Wait. Paano bumaril? Gago, may ano, may mga ano pala yun, mga ano tawag dito? Ay, gago. Mga ano, ay putang ina mo. Bug juice. Ganito ko ba lalabanan to? Putang ina mo. Paano ko lalabanan to? Babariling ko? Ano to MIC? Directional microphone. Microphone that can pick up small sounds when equipped. So, babariling ko. Tranquilizer gun. Press to aim and release to fire. Ano yun? Tatakbuhan ko lang ba to? Putang ina mo, ba't ganun? Wait lang po, to may kinakalaban ako eh. Wait lang, Lods, wait lang. Mamamatay ako, putang ina mo.
Snake, what happened? Snake! Snake!
Hindi masaya to. Mukhang hindi masaya to. Lang. Paano bumaril? Ganon. Tapos okay. Uy, Iza! Ngayon lang ulit ako nakadalaw sa stream mo. Haha. Ano yan? Ano yung ibig sabihin ng GLHF? Salamat sa 100 stars. Thank you. Iza ng ano guys, ng Equip. Follow niyo siya guys sa Spotify, sa I think sa ano bang mga ano, sa Apple Podcast. May page din siya sa Facebook. Salamat Iza, salamat sa 100 stars. Welcome sa stream. First time kong stream tong ano, MGS. Good luck, have fun. Okay. Masyado na ba akong tito dahil hindi ko alam yung ibig sabihin ng GLHF? Putang ina. Walang cursor? Hot? Gago. Bug juice. MBTC GBU, ano yan? More, ayan, alam ko yan, more birthdays to come. Paano to? Walang waypoint, guys. Okay. Baka dito. O, dito ako galing. Check map. Paano ba mag-map? Map. Walang shortcut yung map? Okay. Doon. Walang shortcut yung map, guys. Pupunta pa ako ng menu. Tapos, ipupunta ko pa dito sa map. Walang isang button lang. Bad game design yun kung ganun. Okay. Equip mo radar. Paano? Sonar. Active sonar sensor that detects animals with sound waves. L3 button to emit waves. Consume battery while use. Okay. Ayun. Okay. Yung map layout niya parang Monster Hunter, no? Yung parang area by area.
Major,
Patay
I
ta-
spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
Nakikita
They're
ko na.
probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
So mag-stealth ako neto. Eto na yun. Eto na yung stealth.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen.
Oh my
The
god.
success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you
Oh,
crawl
na-idiot na.
instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed.
Okay.
You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index.
Okay.
The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa.
Okay.
The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Ang daming gameplay mechanic na ano na you have to consider. Hindi basta-basta. Okay. So 15. Papalit tayo ngayon. Camouflage. Uniform. Anong papalit natin? Paano ko malalaman kung ano? Ito, plus 30. Okay. Leaf. Okay. May indication naman pala. Okay. Leaf. Okay. Tapos, face. Plus 5. Okay. Yung buti mayroong nakalagay. Kaysa magta-trial and error pa ako kung ano yung effective na ano. Okay, so meron tayong 50% na stealth. Ito na. Papakitaan ko kayo ng mga malulupit na stealth. Akala nyo wala akong alam sa pag-stealth, ha? Pwede pumasok dito. Uy, pwede, oh. Bug juice. Para sa kayong bug juice? Uy, may trophy. Nice. I can totally see you. Ito ba? Walang laser, walang cursor, yung baril ko. Nagkago? Okay, one down. Easy. First try. Easy first try. Okay. Tulog, oh. Panis. Baka stealth god to. Daming kalaban, Lods. Ito. Okay. Pwedeng taguan, no? Oh, oy, gago! Nararamdaman niya ako?
Footsteps.
Uy, Shibal!
Radio, we need backup.
Ina, wait lang. Paano mag, ano? Ina. Wait lang. Anong gagawin ko? Ang inang yan, no? Anong gagawin ko? Ang daming kalaban. Paano tumakbo? Wait lang, puta. Paano yun? Wait. Okay, dapa. Di na ako kita, no? Okay. Di na ako kita. Wait lang, ah. Dami, Lods. Papalibutan ako. Pucha, ba't... Walang lock on? Ano mo? Huwag mo, tangina mo naman eh. Kung kailan may kalaban tsaka tumatawag ang puta, gago eh. Wait. Walang lock on? Kita ako? Tago ako ah. What's up mga bobo? Wait, putang ina mo. Ba't walang cursor kasi? Paano ko malalaman kung tatama yung baril ko?
Snake, answer me! Snake! Snake!
Bakit ganun? Eto na sinasadyang content, gago. Sinasadyang content. Oy! 30 stars! Salamat, Benson. Sana all hindi nangangate pag gumagapang sa damo. Ano, para di sayang sa bala, mag CQC ka lang? Itago mo yung katawan mo? Paano kita tago? Nakatago naman ako kanina. Stardew Valley na lang, Lods. Hindi. First time lang naman eh. Understandable yun. I mean, lahat naman ng gamers eh, pag first time nila, 'di ba? Wala bang ano dito, yung parang gagamit ako ng item para hindi ako makita? Anong platform yan? PS3 pare, Jeff. PS3 tayo. Tsaka ba't walang cursor? Yung barrel, guys. Saan na siya? Walang cursor. Paano ko malalaman kung tatama yan? Oh, puta. Oh? Tatlong tira? Bago siya makatulog? Meron, Lods. Lotar's Edge. Bili ka sa shop. Yun lang, puta. Lotar's na... 5 minutes naka Lotar's, no? Naka Windwalk. I mean, yung napatulog mong soldier, itago mo lagi ang bodies. Ah, okay. Paano tatago yun? Wait lang, ha. Eto? Paano tatago to? Paano ko siya kukunin? Aw, shibal. Sayang yung bala. Paano to? Trunk yan, ha? Hintayin mo makatulog after one shot. Ah, okay. Yun yung Gita, sir, yung pinakamalit na sight niya. Carry mo siya. Paano siya i-carry? Anong button yun? Action button? Ayaw eh. Unequip. Puta, ang daming ano. Ang daming arte. Kailangan pang i-unequip yung weapon. Hindi pwedeng rekta. Saan natin siya tatago? Dito. Nandiyan ka. Okay. May kalaban dun. Dito kaya tayo. Dito tayo daan. Dito tayo daan, guys. Ay, di ko pa napapalitan yung ano ko. Di ko pa napapalitan, no? Yung... hindi, tama. Mapalit na ako eh. 3 bork. Ito, squares. Plus 40. Ito na lang. Okay. May nakihata, no? Kaya tayo. May shortcut sa pag-unequip, sir. Meron ba? Oh my god. Stupid shit. Oh, nakikita tayo, gago. Saan yun? Shibal. Tangina naman talaga, oh. Takbo. Kita ako dito. Ang ina mo. Ano yun? Sino bumabala sa akin? Nauubos ba to pag puro ganito yung ginawa ko? Gago, ang dami nila. Hindi pwede yun, hindi uubra. Evasion. Okay. So, wala na akong buhay. Walang lock on. Tak na naman kasi.
Snake? Oh my god. Snake! Snake!
Anong mali sa ginagawa ko? Anong mali sa ginagawa ko, guys? Kapag naglalakad, nakikita din nila footsteps mo, so maganda mag-crawl. Mag-crawl? Kaso napakabagal mo nga. Yun nga eh. Talo inip eh. Ang daming mali, Lods, pero kaya mo yan. Hassle lang ng hassle. Observe mo muna yung paligid mo. Palit ka mo, Lods, kung saan ka mag-blend na color. Sige, sige. Slowly lang pag-usad mo, one enemy at a time. Okay, sige, sige. Wag mo madiliin. Yun nga eh, talo inip eh. Oy, Jed, salamat sa pagdaan. Magiging zen ka siguro after ng game na yan. Use the environment. Okay, sige, sige. Talo inip, guys. I mean, na-hype ako sa story, yung intro kanina, lalo din dun sa boss, tapos yung in-explain niya yung about loyalty. Tapos biglang ganito, yung gameplay niya, medyo nahihirapan ako. Diyan, salamat sa pag-like ng stream, para. Then silip ka. Pwede ka dumikit sa puno, then silip ka. Tapos sabi, Sir Maynard, hard mo daw yung game, no? Ano mangyayari pag hard? Ano pinagkaiba pag hard? Meron pa din bang box dyan, pre? Hindi ko alam eh. First time ko maglalaro ng MGS, ano, Jed? May pattern galaw ng mga kalaban dyan, sir. Hindi nakikita yung ano, yung trail. Di ba yung sa Horizon Zero Dawn? Nalaro niyo yung Horizon Zero Dawn. Di ba pag nag-ano siya, nag-focus, makikita mo yung trail ng kalaban. Dito wala naman trail eh. Makikita mo lang yung tuldok eh. So, paano ko malalaman yung pupunta nila? Sa una lang yan, may enjoy mo din yan pag nakuha mo na mechanic, sabi ni Patrick. Tsaka wala talagang cursor yung ano. Walang cursor yung barrel, kahit wala man lang laser para malaman ko kung saan naka-point yung ano ko. Saan naka-point yung barrel ko. No cursor, literal. Just the iron sight. Oh my god, paano ko headshotin yun? Pang baby mode na yung Horizon. No nga, no, ginawa tayong baby ng mga bagong games. Meron pag nakalayo ka na, okay. O, pre, sa taas pistol mo yung sa taas pistol mo, yun yung pinaka-cursor. Okay. Wala rin, hindi rin nakikita yung trail ng kalaban. So, kakabisaduhin ko kung saan yung trail nila. Try mo muna sanayin paano ka babarel. Okay. Whew. Lahat ng MGS ganito, walang cursor. Nasa gitna yung sight. Wait lang ano ko. O kaya lampasan mo na lang sila. Paano ko lalampasan, pare? Gagapangin ko simula dun sa ano? Meron MGS 5 na ata. Oh my god. Layo pa ng lalakbayin natin, guys. It's already adapting talaga. May cursor yan pero it's not as prevalent as they're using today. Thinking Man's Game, talaga itong MGS 3. Using yung MGS 1 and 2, may cursor. Dito lang talaga kasi older tech gamit. Pwede din lagpasan mo sila. Parang mas mahirap pag lalampasan ko eh. Pre, sa MGS 5 may cursor, pero pag inuna mo yun, mahirapan ka laruin yung mga luma. Yun nga eh. So, kailangan natin talaga to para makita natin yung progression. Tsaka pag na-alert na, no, hindi ako tatantanan ng kalaban. Hindi yung parang kunwari yung sa Uncharted or sa Tomb Raider na magtago lang ako sa bush, automatic parang hindi na ako makikita ng kalaban, di ba? Dito ang hirap eh. Kahit magtago ka sa bush or sa likod ng pinto, parang hindi kagad nawawala yung alert. Unang beses maglaro, so yes, unang beses ko maglaro. Yep, unless maka-escape ka ng malupit. Kalmahan mo lang. Try mo siguro laruin na kalmado lang. Sige, sige. Mas mabagal lang pero that's an option. Stealth time talaga. Kapag na-alert na, kailangan mo maghanap ng lugar kung saan talaga di makikita. Tsaka walang ano dito, walang dash, walang run. Yung takbo niya na ngayon, yun na yung normal run niya na mabagal pa rin na parang hindi naman run. Mo, Trinidad, salamat sa pag-like ng stream. Yun na yung run ni Snake. Putang inang run yan. Ano yun? Takbong chubby. Wait So, tong leaf gamitin natin. Tapos, woodland. Plus 5. Okay, sige. Try ulit natin, guys. Okay. Try natin to. Wala bang takedown dito? Pag nakatalikod siya, dun ko siya i-close combat. Putang ina mo, nagkamali ako. Wait. Headshot. Okay. One down. Ang bagal bumaba nung nung alert oh. Tago natin to. Okay. Dito natin lagay. Ay, didiinan pala. Dito natin lagay sa sa Gedli. Lagyan natin sa Gedli. O, yan ha. Okay. Stun G. Ano stun grenade? Okay. May kalaban doon. Malayo pa. So far so good. Uy! Uy. Wait. So far so good. Okay. Saan to pupunta? Yan siya oh. Puta, dalawa. Lods, dalawa. May papunta pang isa. Paano to? Wait Kita ba ako dito? Maramdaman ba ako dito? Hindi naman no. Nakatago ako eh. Kita niya ba ako dito? May takedown ba to? Uy, di niya ako kita oh. Huh? Oy! Pwede yun! Kaso walang takedown no? Uy! Buhay pa! Tago natin siya. Sa puno. I'm doing good, no? I'm doing good. Siyempre, kailangan ko pukuyin yung sarili ko. Okay, wait lang. Saan siya? Layo, okay. Oy, 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 nakita ako. Lampasan mo ako. Talikod. Tumalikod ka.
Nobody here.
Oh, wala tao. Lods. Walang tao. Ah, pwede pala ganun eh. Kahit di ko na i-tranquilizer eh. Hanggang dito. Tago natin sa puno. Dali lang pala to eh. Dali lang pala, hindi pala ganun kahirap. So, umpisa lang. Tapos rinse and repeat, no? Dito ka. Bakit kasi tranquilizer? Ba't hindi lang pwedeng patayin? Bawal ba siyang pumatay? May order ba sa kanya sa taas na bawal siyang pumatay ng tao? At pinapatulog niya lang yung mga ano? Ray Anthony Rivera, salamat sa pag-like ng stream, pare. Okay. Goods! Save tayo! Save na tayo, no? Wait lang, ah. Focus lang muna tayo. Utang ina, may ano. JV Samonte. Uy, naging supporter si JV Samonte. Salamat, sir. Salamat sa pag-avail ng supporters badge. Welcome, welcome. Add kita sa GC later after ng stream. Salamat sa pag-avail ng supporters badge. Okay. Paano mag-save? Save tayo, guys. Bawat area, save tayo. Walang auto-save, no? Okay, save tayo. Pwede ka pumatay? Sige, sige. Major, sino ba? Ito, save. Okay.
Saving the game, Snake?
And save. Okay. Props. Genius yung way ng pag-save. Parang, kunwari, diba sa Resident Evil, kailangan mo ng typewriter, kailangan mo ng ink ribbon para mag-save ka. Ang ganda ng idea na kailangan mong tumawag sa frequency para makapag-save ka ng file. I'll be honest, goods nun. Pero sa quality of life, syempre, mas preferred ko na yung autosave para hindi mo na iisipin yung mga bagay-bagay. Yung game na yung nagsisave for you. Pero, good game design to. Have to admit. PS5 yan, Sir Just. Hindi, ano to? Sa PS3. May achievement din pag Nocul run and rewarding equipment.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Si Kojima mahilig dito sa Godzilla. Lagi ko nakikita sa Instagram niya. Parang nagpo-post siya ng ano.
It's a movie.
May laruan
Not a
siyang,
report out of Los
may
Alamos.
figure siya na Godzilla.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Okay.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America.
Ohoy!
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
Ayos yung mga references,
You know
no?
a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
So may mga references dito si Kojima sa present day, no? Parang futuristic yung dating. Kasi 'di ba ano to, 1960 something? Nakasave na ako, no? Walang lock-on. Yes, walang lock-on. That used to be the magic of movies. Wait. Ang galing, no? I mean, pag may mga references na ganun, hindi siya literally breaking the fourth wall, no? Pero I mean, ang ganda ng mga ganun. Na-appreciate ko yan. Okay. Ay, puta, may kalaban doon. Wait. Saan na siya? Ang hirap, puta. Gulo ng camera. Hindi, pag nakaganto ka, pag naka-crouch ka, hindi mo ma-up and down. Ayun, ma-up and down pala. Bobo ko lang. Hindi pala. Nireklamo ka agad eh. Hindi pa tinetesting. Wait lang. Kita ba ako dito? Hindi naman, no? Okay. Pwede ko pang baril nito nandito? Layo. Kita ba ako dito? Hindi naman, no? Sige, dito ko siya abang. At putang ina, dalawa lods. Whew. Dalawa siya, dalawa. Wait lang, ah. Wait. Pwede mong batuhan ko ng granada to? Headshot. Puta, hindi headshot yun? Yun, okay. Okay. Gumagaling tayo, guys. Aminin nyo yun. Gumagaling ako. Humility aside. Tago natin to. Bad trip na kailangan ko pang i-equip yung ano? Yung baril ko bago ko sila mag-grab. Dito ko talaga sa gilid. Wait lang, ah. Okay. Walang trophy yun? Yung ganun? Ang galing ko dun eh. Wait lang. Pwede mo barilin yung radio, mawawalan sila ng... May ads na pala stream mo? Meron ng ads? Pre-request paki knife. May lumalabas na guys na ads. Tapon mo yung katawan. Ah, pwedeng tapon? Try nga natin. Bakit ang parang ang dilim? Ang dilim nga, ano, Ray? Hindi maano eh, hindi tawag dito. Hindi ko mapalitan in-game yung brightness. So, sa OBS ko na lang siya babaguhin. Pero sa second stream na lang. Tapon natin siya. Ano itapon to? Meron sa akin pero hindi vid. Static. Putang ina mo. Mali ako.
Snake, respond.
Kaya pala hindi nag-reply si Sir. Uy, ano, GG Talk, gamers, sorry. Replyan kita asa pag ano, after na ito. Sorry. Okay, mamaya na lang. Mamaya na magreklamo. Tatry ko munang gawin. Guys, sorry kung medyo madilim yung stream. Wala kasing ano, in-game settings para maliwanagan. Shane, salamat sa pag-like ng stream. Wait. Sa next stream natin, aanin ko na. Paano ihulog? Nice, may ads na. Dami na tayong pera. Sentimo. Hindi, joke lang. Hindi ko alam kung magkano yung kita niyang ads na yan. Knife request? Sige. Knife request. Na-knife natin. Baka may trophy, no? Pag hinulog ko siya sa bangin. Patry daw knife. Okay, sige. Hindi ba yun against sa code ko? Wala namang order na hindi ako pwedeng pumatay ng tao, no? So, ganito talaga yung gameplay niya, no? Hindi ka pwede talagang lusob ng lusob. Aantayin mo siya ng ganito. Ano yung emoji mo, Zel? Ano yan? Narinig niya ako nun. Abante ka pa. Yan. May ano ba yan? May reinforcement ba dadating na ganyan? Ba't di siya napipilay? Okay. Op. Wait lang ah. Ang dami, Lods. May ano ba? May bomba ba ako? Baka meron akong stun grenade na nakuha ah. Cigar. Wala. Paano ko tataguan to? Kita ako, no? Di ako tinatamaan, no? Agarot. Panis. Panis. Hindi na mamatay? Papatay na yan. Uy, putang ina mo. Paano umakyat ulit? Ayun, triangle. Okay. Kalaban pa dun. Hindi pwede yung ginagawa kong ganito, no? Kailangan talaga, stealth talaga. Guys, kailangan stealth. Hindi tayo ubra ng ganito. Hindi namamatay yung mga kalaban eh. Dumarating lang ng dumarating eh. Saan ka pupunta, go? Huwag kang tumakas. Oh, hulog. 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 May kalaban sa taas. Ako lang ba yung naglalaro ng MGS na ganito? Dito tayo. Tawid na. Metal Gear Solid Prepare to Die Edition. Dito lapid. Nauubos din yan. Okay. Ito na. Nawawala na yung alert. As long na may alert, pupunta reinforcements dyan. Okay. Tawid na sa bridge? Okay. Metal Gear Solid Tondo Days. Ang bagal ng takbo niya. Ganito na. Eto na. Ala. Gago. Mahulog pa ako. Dami gago! Pwede ba to? Pwede ba to? Di naman ako nababawasan eh, no? So pwede to. Sa Uncharted, pwede nang i-take down to eh. Dito hindi pwede. Hindi pwedeng hilahin, no? Dapat pwedeng hilahin to eh. Parang sa Uncharted, di ba? Okay. Tara. Panis. Maka-dodge god to. Bumalik lang ba ako? Hindi naman oh. Okay. Okay. We're safe. Metal Gear Solid. Crash Bandicoot. Wala siyang ganong mechanic kapag nakahanga ko. Hihilahin ko yung kalaban. Dapat merong ganon eh, di ba? Metal Gear if Naughty Dog
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump.
Okay.
I can't see Sokolov from here. Security is pretty tight.
Meron loads lahat ng pwede mong maisip na takedown pwede. Totoo?
I wonder how many are inside.
Ayos yun, no?
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger.
Okay.
Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
Ano yun?
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Okay. Bagong area, so save ulit tayo, guys. Save tayo. Sure. Save.
Saving the game, Snake?
Yes. Patungan na natin to. Hindi tayo mag-ano. Some Fisher from the books Compure Stealth. Excuse me.
Snake, do you know the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Nope, never heard of it.
These scientists are investigating a place deep in the Amazon called the Black Lagoon, and they get picked off one after the other by this fishman thing. And there was this scene when the heroine is going for a swim and the creature sneaks up on her from underwater. Oh, I thought my heart was going to stop. I mean, of course, the 3D effects in It Came from Outer Space were a lot more intense, but
It wouldn't be referring to you coming from outer space, would it?
how rude!
Ano to, every save, merong mga
Because
ganitong
no one on
references
Earth could be as charming as you.
sa mga movies.
Fine, I'll just get to the point, Snake. Be careful of what's around you when you're in the water. Just
Okay.
imagining you swimming in those jungle rivers makes me think of you being attacked by a fishman.
I appreciate the concern.
Fishmen aren't the only things that'll attack you in the water. Really be careful out there.
Oh, kanina may ano eh.
Okay.
May alligator eh.
And don't be attacking any pretty girls going for a swim either.
Are you calling me a fishman?
You started it.
Iba pa ba yung subscriber sa premium subscriber? Ano yung premium subscriber? Hindi ko alam yun. Saan mo nakita yung premium subscriber? Nakaka-nostalgic PS2 days. Hindi ko kasi nalaro to Digitalk eh. Hindi ko nalaro to sa blind spot ko tong MGS. So binabalikan ko ngayon. Anong premium yan? Anong premium subscriber yan? Hindi ko alam yan ano. Albert. Lahat may unique dialogues. Pwede mo din sila ma-exhaust. Ayos ah. Dito, pag tinignan yung mga badge, may premium subscriber pa. Hindi ko alam yan, Albert. Tatanong ko, Nax. Tatanong ko sa RR kung ano yung premium subscriber. Hindi ko alam yun. Medyo cringe siya nung sinabi ko yun. Erase. Uy! Shit! May tao pala dun.
Who's that? Radio get up. HQ respond.
Na-alert na naman tayo. Ba't ako tinatawagan na ito? Busy ako sa ano eh. Sa laban eh. Kaya nga, sagutin nga natin. Ano bang tawag na to? Sino yun? Si Major ba yun?
Snake, Sokolov is imprisoned in the north.
Hindi eh. Sino tumatawag sa akin? Putang ina, gago, may trap. Patay ako. May ganun pa, premium subs. Alam ko bawat area meron hidden frog na babarilin mo. Palitan natin yung ano natin, yung camo natin. Baka kailangan ano. Face. So ito, ito tiger stripe. Walang pause yan, boss. Kakasabi lang ni Major Lods na no-alert naman. Mahirap eh. Ayun pala, pwede palang nakataas yung view eh. Baka naka-top down. Wala na, madali na to. Na-discover ko na yung ano, easy mode. Ay, mahirap. Hindi na rotate yung camera. Para saan yung hidden frog ano? Ray. Pang trophy. Mas madaling at ano, third person. Meron bang quick restart dito? Ang hirap pare. Hindi ko alam gagawin ko eh. May quick restart ba to? May quick restart ba? Doon sa area? Mahirap guys, hindi siya madali. Paano pa pag hard mode? Okay. I think we're doing good for this part. Pero usog. Yun din gusto ko sa stealth game eh, yung may quick restart sana, 'di ba? Baka pag na-detect ka, dilim nga, kahit sa akin ang dilim. Oy. Hindi ko sadya yun. Shibal. Ha, Shincha! Ito mahirap sa stealth game, no? Pag na-alert ka na, parang nakakatamad na. Ang gusto mo na magpapatay. Para ulit-ulit sa umpisa. Ang tulog na siya. Stealth camouflage lang. Shibal. Ayoko na ito. Ulit. Sige, patayin nyo na ako. Patayin nyo na ako. Nood lang kami House of the Dragon and Joy. Salamat sa pagdaan. Kailangan talaga stealth guys, hindi pwede yung ginagawa ko. Magmumukha akong tanga.
Freeze.
Na-alert ka agad, John! Ang hirap, pare. Papatay na lang ako. Patayin nyo na ako. Patayin nyo na ako. Ang hirap mag-adapt pag naka-alert. Yun nga eh. Sige na, patayin nyo na ako. Ulit na lang ulit. Ulit na lang ulit. Tol, kamusta so far? First hour. Ang hirap, pare. Ang hirap ng stealth. Kailangan daw stealth pero diretso sa kalaban. Mahirapan ka nga talaga sa stealth approach. Pero mahirap talaga, guys. Mahirap siya. I mean, hindi siya nag-work sa akin.
Freeze.
Tulog ka muna. Hindi ko matama! Tangina, alert na naman, oh. Pag na-alert na wala na, no? Parang GG ka na kagad. Pag na-alert na. Lods, hear me. Slow tilt lang ng analog while walking to the enemy, then hold square button. Sige. Try ko yan. Papatay muna ako. Ayoko nang may alert. Tutok mo sa ulo, tol, para one shot lang bala. Hindi ko matansya yung ano yung cursor eh. Wala siyang laser. Walang laser yung baril ko. Walang cursor. Slow tilt then square and square. Okay, try natin na. Hold square button. Ah, ganito. Pwede pala to. Oops, gago. Ano mangyayari pag in-square ko? Oops. Pasmado.
Huh? Who's that?
Ina. Yun ba yung gusto mong pagawa sa akin, DJ? O dapat naka-equip? Dapat naka-unequip yung ano? Balik tayo sa ibang area. Sabi mo hold square eh. Okay, balik tayo dito. Pag nag-aim ka nga pala sa kalaban habang nasa likod ka nila or nasa lapag, pwede sila tumahimik. Pwede mo sila sipain for ammo and items at barilin sa ulo for easy. Okay. Sige. Teka, papatay na lang ako. Ayoko na may alert. Guys, ayoko na may alert. Hindi ako natutuwa. Uy! May daan dito? Ano to? Hidden area? Ano to? Hidden area, guys, oh. Ano to? XM16E1. Oh, lads, may mali ka nagawa. Ano? Mas maganda ginagawa mo pag naka-crouch ka para mas tahimik ka.
Snake, what happened? Talk to me.
Walang takedown dito, yung parang sa ano, yung parang sa Uncharted. Pakbet. Hold enemy. Kailangan ba naka-unequip yung ano ko? Yung baril ko? Kahit naka-equip yung baril. Kasi pag naka-equip yung baril ko, titira siya eh. Uy, tulog yung mga kalaban, no? Ah, pwede pala yun! Pwede pala yung gawin. So, pag gusto kong mawala yung alert, pupunta ako sa ibang area, tapos balik ako dun sa area, mawawala yung alert. Pwede na kahit na-equip. Okay. Kailan pa may ads dito? Nung ano lang, pare, October 1. As long as may CQC na barrel mo, pre, macho-chokehold mo sila. Okay, sige, sige. Mahirap bang i-platinum to, guys? Feeling ko hindi ko na i-attempt i-platinum to, no? Oh, mayroon pa Underhouse gapang-gapang. Ingatay natin yung sinasabi ni DJ kung pwede. Pwede ba mag-save dito? Save muna ako ah. Sayang eh. Pwede ba yan? Save na muna ako.
Saving the game, Snake?
Yes. Huwag na ako kausapin. Nagmamadali ako ngayon. Para akong lalag natin. Mamaya tayo mag-usap. Mamadali kayo. Sorry ah, mamaya na lang. Talikod ka. Mahirap talaga i-plat MGS. Yan ha. No alert, no continue, at no... Oh my god, di na. Wag na. Pass. Auto pass. Tagal loads. Talo inip. Okay. Putang. Mali ako. Sorry. Mali ako. Akin yun. Akin. Akin yun. Hindi ko na-hold. Sorry. Ulit. Papatay mo na ako, guys. Patayin nyo na ako. Parang pag naka-alert, ang hirap na ang hirap na maka-recover. Kahit during bakbakan, pwede may hold square enemies. Recommended, boss, mag-new save just in case na soft lock sarili mo. Okay, sige. Boy, ulit yung mga hype na yun. Ayun, hindi. Talog na. So, kung magawa yung ano yung sinasabi na hold square eh.
Who's that?
Tinutukan lang niya eh, pare. Hindi naman niya chinoke eh. Hindi naman niya chinok eh. Oh, tinututukan niya eh. Baka kailangan naka-unequip yung ano ko, baril ko. Oh, tinututukan niya lang niya eh. Ah, circle pala. Hindi pala square. Okay, gets na. Alam ko na. Papatay tayo. Kuha ko na. Kaya pala bumabaril eh. Fate news ka, DG. Square, ano pala, circle pala yung sapak button. Okay, sige, sige. Isa pa. Eto na yan, guys. Easy mode na to. Easy mode na to. Wala na. Kuha na to, guys. Ano yung close shave na yun? Sorry. Iniba ko pala buttons ko dahil. Okay lang, pare. Goods lang yan. Eto na yan. Madali na. Ano to? Easy mode na to. Wala na to. Madali na to. Tangina. Panis.
What's wrong? Who's that?
Paano ko nakita nun? Paano ko nakita nun? Paano ko nakita nung hype na yun? Nakatago ako sa ano eh. Okay, dito tayo. May lumalapit ba sa akin? Pre, mag-crouch ka. Hindi pwede sa iba yung dahan-dahan lang. Rinig nila boots mo. Ah, okay. Sige. Oh, may caution pa rin.
HQ.
Okay.
This is HQ. Patrol here. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation. Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Tangan, ang dami pa rin kalaban. Kahit naka ano na ako. Papunta pa sa akin. Paano to? Paano ako tatakas na ito?
What's wrong?
Hindi ko nasamaan. We're good. We're good na? Okay. Okay. We're good.
Who's that?
Ah, Shibal! Mamaya ko na lang itutuloy yung art sir para libre kayo. Hindi ko po. Ay, sorry. Oo nga, no. Sige. Sorry. Balikan kita kaagad, GG Talk. No rush naman yan. Pero sige. Sorry. Send ko kaagad sa'yo. Anong button yung nag-FPS siya, pre? R1? Paano yung mapa? Tingnan natin yung mapa. Ayun, dun sa X, no? Dun tayo pupunta. Sige. Hanap ng Elizer. Ako pa ba? So, umpisa lang tayo mahirapan. Pag na-master ko na to, wala na. Easy na to. Baka i-platinum ko pa to. Wait, dilim, pare. Paano natin pupuntahan yung ano? Si Zoko. Ito. Ano yung pinupunit? Ay, sinusunog niya. Blueprint.
You must be Sokolov. Are you one of Volgin's men?
Brian Cummings.
You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent.
Matagal to, guys.
I've come to escort you back to the other
Kasi
side.
muna ako, matagal yata ate.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Kuya Bolso, Thunderbolt.
Never heard.
Ay, Thunderweb ka pala.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army,
Totoong footage to ng ano, ng World War?
Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing
Totoo
Brezhnev
yung
and
iba niyan.
Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU.
Batsi muna ako, pre. Sige, salamat, pre.
Control
Sige,
over
salamat.
another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB 812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
I-assist ko to.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
Yung sa liga...
My mentor.
Yung sa nag-Russia na. English yun ah.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Totoo.
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Rendezvous.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Alright, it's go time. Bakit? Ganda pa din MGS3 Timeless Classic. Uy. Ano to? Ninja? Papalibutan tayo.
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
We meet at last.
Javier, salamat sa pag-like ng stream.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. What's a Gru soldier doing here?
Soldier?
Kalbo?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ocelot?
That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Ongos? Onip? Nangyari ba to sa totoong buhay? Ganda ng gupit niyo. Ulol! Ang ina pinabanda yung bala. Cowboy ba to? Di ba cowboy yung may mga ganun? Pwede mo mangyari sa itong buhay? Ricochet, no? Parang yung sa Wanted, yung papaganon yung
Can't say it
baril.
feels
Ay,
good to
yung
kill a comrade,
Papa
even if it is for
curve.
the Gru.
Sokolov, take cover.
Ano, boss fight to?
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
ina! Ba't nag-meow?
Crew operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun.
Mga bully ang puta.
If you're not the boss, then die.
Panis.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
Superhuman ba to si ano? Si Snake Eater? Parang lakas niya.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
Wow.
You filthy American dog!
Wala ka pala eh.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Kala ko boss fight eh. May boss fight dito. May boss fight dito, no? Parang sa ano? Psycho Mantis. Grabe ang haba ng cutscene na yun, no? Pwede ka pa maglaba?
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you alright?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Ang haba nun. Save muna tayo. Uy, may trophy oh. Young gun. Ah, damn. Those lines. You're pretty good.
Saving the game, Snake?
Yes. New file tayo. Just in case. Sabi ni Malcolm. May kukwento na naman to, no? Anong platform ka naglalaro, Lods? PS3. Forbidden Planet. Ignoring doctor's warnings. The expedition team. Ba't nawala yung ano niya, voice acting niya? Pag na-X ko na, nawawala na yung voice acting. Bad game design. So, okay. Tara. Saan tayo pupunta na ito? Pabalik na X, no? Kung saan yung destination. Kailangan magpalit ng ano, ng camouflage. Tiger stripe, keyboard. Keyboard siguro. Plus 15 eh. Ba yung dinadaanan ko? Paano, wala ba shortcut yung map? Tama. Cutscene na naman.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
Ano yun? Tangke?
That's what they were making you build.
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth.
Parang Gundam.
Capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No. This is only the end of Phase 1.
And the Phase 1?
It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war?
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
Luto ka muna pansit canton, Lods. Pwede. The boss? Ito yung kausap ko sa telepono kanina?
Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Ano to? Ba't may power?
Hornets.
Ba't ganun? May supernatural ba to na element? Ba't ganun? Parang yung ano, yung ninja, sino ba yan? Galing sa bayan ng Kono, ha? Yung nagkocontrol ng mga insects.
My friends,
Sci-fi.
let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Tapos ako tao lang? Sila may mga powers? Kamukha ni ano? Oh, gago!
Kuwabara.
Lugi, gago. May power eh. Paano lalabanan yan?
Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Nagtaksil yung boss niya?
What is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift for my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads.
Ba't nagtaksil yung boss niya?
These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples?
Kaka-pep talk mo lang sa akin about loyalty eh.
We
Tapos,
taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
tangina. Panis. Baby. Baby ka pala eh. Ay, ako pala yan. Ako pala yung baby. Oh, shibal.
He's seen my face. We can't let him live.
Paano ko lalabanan tong mga to? May mga powers. Wala naman ng power.
He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him.
Doon ka nagkamali, Lods. Pamakalbo talaga eh.
You can't come with us.
Ah, dito malalaman yung loyalty niya, kung loyal siya dun sa country or sa ano. Ganun ba 'yun? Kung sa siya loyal sa mission niya or sa ano? Ay, hindi. Wala, baby ka. Baby ka pa.
The new blood has been rejected.
Ano, yun yung origin ng ano niya? Origin ng bandana niya sa ulo? Galing sa boss niya?
Now, on
Galing
to
sa mentor
Sokolov's
niya?
research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Shagohod. Uy, Sir Benson, salamat sa 30 stars. Oo nga, wag kang masyadong loyal. Baka ma-fall lang siya.
My place is with them now.
Bakit tagtaksil to si ano, yung boss niya? Kakasabi lang kanina ng tungkol sa loyalty. Welcome to MGS where most things don't make sense. Paano lalabanan? Gun goes brute brute. Malalim pinagugutan ng loyalty dyan. Yun nga eh. So, saan yung loyalty na itong mga to, no? Yun yung parang interesting question.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there.
Paano?
All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item and then press the enter button.
Di ba pwedeng isang pindot na lang tapos magaling na ako?
Items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Hindi.
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Okay, sige. Try natin. Broken bone. Okay. Dito tayo sa broken bone. Bone fractured. No, okay. Medicine. Effective routine venom poison. Hindi ko kailangan yan. Wait. Oh my god! Ang dami naman na itong Cheche Bureche. Ba't hindi nilang isang pindutan? Effective for treating colds. Surgery. Ito yung nainis ako sa Red Dead Redemption 2 eh. Kukuha ka lang ng item. Dahil pang animation ng puta. Useful for removing bullets and arrows. Useful for removing leeches. Uy, 30 stars. Salamat, MC. Paano kung... Welcome to Metal Gear series. Oh my God. Anong gagamutin? Gagawin ko, Lods. Bone fractured. Suffering from deep cut, bleeding, no bandage applied. Not yet disinfected. Med. Ito ba gagamitin ko? Disinfect muna, no? Surgery. Cigar knife? Cutting cuts. Ito? Tama ba ginagawa ko? Tapos bandage? Splint? Effective for helping broken bones. Okay. So, hindi tayo sa broken bones. Ang daming loads. Bandage. Ano ba yun? Suffering from a deep cut. So, deep cut talaga natin siya ng ointment. Disinfect muna, no? Okay. Tapos ointment. Hindi. Burn to, eh. Ito. Tapos bandage, no? Splint. Ito. Okay. Effective cuts. Tama ba? Lahat na nga lang select ko. Okay. Suffering from deep cut. Disinfect. Okay. Pag yung ganun yung tunog, tama yung in-apply ko. Pag ganito yung tunog, mali. Okay, gets. Okay. Okay. So, isa na lang. Okay. Suffering from deep cut. Better feeling. Stomach ache. Cold medicine. Mali. Hindi. Okay. Ointment. Cigar? No. Ito. Tapos bandage. Okay. Medic yarn. Tama yan, Lods. Metal Gear Med School. Tayo na mo ako, Jim. Pwede na kami makaserve sa jungle. Ang daming no? Cheche Bureche. Parang magandang topic to, no, sa podcast na parang dapat may perfect balance yung realism na hindi naman siya totally parang sure na or parang deterrent dun sa enjoyment mo nung game. Gets naman yung goal para maging realistic. Pero minsan pag nasasobrahan, hindi na rin siya enjoy eh. Parang yun sa Red Dead Redemption 2. Maganda yung story, maganda yung world, maganda yung mga characters. Pero yung realism na in-apply nila sa gameplay, totally distracting na eh. Nakasanayan ko na lang eh, kaya natapos ko yung game eh. Pero nung umpisa, yung intro nun, yung habang naglalakad sa yellow, tapos yung pagkuha ng mga items.
Good job, Snake.
Sobrang hassle.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Realism not equal to enjoyment talaga. Super agree. I think kailangan may perfect balance. Parang you're playing game to escape. Ano meaning yung LFG? Let's fucking go. Solid story yan, boss. Yes, story yun. Sobrang engaging yung story niya. So far, na-enjoy ko siya. Mas noobs ako pare, hindi ko nga lang ibig sabihin ng GL ano eh. GLHF kanina. Feeling ko sinadya siyang buhayin ng boss niya. Parang alam siguro ng boss niya na makakasurvive si Snake. Hindi niya pinuruhan. Tangin ng kalbo to. Si Tyrant to. Ah, tropa nila to. Cobra. Mga Cobra sila. Itong Ocelot. Ocelot ba to? Hayok sa weapon ng puta. Parang si Brian sa Tekken, no? Tama ba? Brian ba yung pangalan nun?
A great success.
Nang inang yan, cutscene pa rin.
To the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
Russians yan, iba pa yung Cobra unit. Ah, okay. Naalala ko mga bata, ibig sabihin daw ng MOBA, Mobile Legends.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death.
Yeah.
UKGB.
We may be able to use her.
Ano yung KGB nga ulit? Nag-play ads ng Lemon Dew? Totoo ba? Sa stream mo? Sheesh! Ayos ah. Sana na... baka naman Lemon Dew. Baka naman sponsoran mo kami, no? Para hindi lang ads.
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Tangin ng approximate earnings yan, no? 2 cents.
Even if they are our enemies, they're still our
Grabe.
countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger.
May bawal ba? Bawal ba sabihin yan?
It'll be our friend,
Yung earnings.
the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Yung alam mo.
Colonel!
Dahil sa'yo, DL ko ulit yan sa PS Vita mama. Yun, no? Sabayan mo ako, pare. Hindi pa nga ako magaling, eh. Nirakit ulit ako. Committed Gozubirds na putang ina pa rin. Anong ibig sabihin? Anong salita yan? Russian band. KGB. Save natin. Save tayo. Fox. New file tayo. Eh paano kung hindi Putang ina, intro pa lang yon guys. Di ba ako makaka-copyright na ito? Alam ko may song to eh. Ganda ng song na to guys. Okay, Yossi time. 2 hours ang puta tsaka yung title screen, no? What the fuck? Ganda ng kanta na to. Na-recommend to ni Mark dun sa isang podcast episode namin. Huwag sana makopyright. No one else. Di ba sikat na singer yung kumanta na ito? Anong tawag sa itong genre? Jazz ba to? Magsasalta na lang ang isa para hindi maano ha. Snake Eater. Sana hindi tayo makopyright. GG. Angas. Pangalan singer na to? Not for honor, but for you. So far, so good, guys. Story, invested na ako. Gameplay, hindi pa masyado. Medyo parang barrier sa akin yung realism. Gets ko yung goal, gets ko yung gustong iparamdam, pero I think kailangan ng perfect balance nun eh. Siguro nung time na to, nung nirelease yung game, yun yung mga number 1 na nagugustuhan ng tao. Na parang gagi, parang realistic na yung game, oh. Parang yun siguro yung isa sa mga appeal nitong game. Yun siguro yung isa sa mga appeal ng game na parang nung unang nilaro nyo na on release na parang tangina grabe realistic na yung mga games ngayon, no? Kojima, ganyan, no? Pero ngayon nilalaro ko siya parang retroactively. Hindi rin goods pag masyadong realistic eh. 1 week later, okay. Tayo na nakakatiri ay yung song if alam mo yung bigat ng meaning.
Altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload
Len
oxygen
Fleming
supply is
style
nominal.
vibe siya. Ian ba? Ian Fleming.
Antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission.
Ah, iba yun. So, ibang mission na to.
We'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
Show your patriotism, puta. Parang may napanood akong movie before.
So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Okay.
You too. Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No.
Ano nga ulit yung Fox?
Still one step ahead of the Hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
Yung grupo nila yun, di ba? Tama ba?
Situation has changed. we still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban.
Dito nag-work yung survival gameplay kasi ang
This
theme
morning, I had a
jungle.
meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an
Tama.
unexpected call.
Takal.
President Johnson? Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from
Parang
Khrushchev
pelikula to na may
President
konting
Johnson.
gameplay, no?
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was.
Nalala ko tuloy yung ginawa kong Guild
I
sa Run
am to
Online.
survive this
Foxhound.
crisis. I must have your
Nag-run ka rin pala? Anong school mo? Mystic pick ako
I
dun.
should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers
Dex type
defected
na
to your
swordy.
country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard that. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin. Of the Brezhnev faction.
Volgan yung ano na may thunder. May electricity sa katawan.
Who is the soldier?
Her name is
Solid
Boss.
SG. Sacred Guild
A
band.
living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
Ano ka lang intention ni
Sokolo's research
The Boss?
facility was completely wiped out. The
Ba't
whole
siya
air is polluted.
na-defect?
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokov's
Uy, naglalag.
design lab designed military research
Nangyari?
was his weapons.
Tumatalon.
Right so far.
Ba't tumatalon?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American
May
government
gasgas yung
not
CD?
seen fair. Is that right?
That's we were not involved.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in a violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
Malalaman basta
know
pagpatuloy
what
mo lang
else to
play
tell
ito,
you.
boss. Yes, sir!
The enemy
Tapusin natin
insists
to.
that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government.
Shit!
You
Oh my god, wag kang tatalon.
You must catch
Kamagahang.
cells and cover nuclear.
Ano nangyayari?
device. Find some way to prove your innocence.
Tumatalon din ba sa inyo? Tumatalon sa akin eh. Saka mga DVD may scratch.
Probably. Some to me that this is not my
Shibal.
The boss should be co-act.
I would not expect too much. A political situation in this that which seeks to topple 1 week. You have 1 week to ask to something about Vulcan as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means call it this.
Sadly, tumatalon din sa end namin. Yun lang. Digital... Posible. CD to eh.
To restrain the military, I will be ousted, and they will seek the revenge.
A nuclear attack on the
Pirated. Yun lang. Kapit, Lods. Kapit. Matagal pa ba to?
Discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal.
Beginning a new world war.
Put it simply, in order to avoid a we have that America was
Oh my, Pirata Lods. Balik mo na sa Sunshine.
Themselves will prove us.
Right. The higher up
Ayokong skip eh.
were her last apprentice, and were both 6.
Patay putang ina. Nangyari, Lods. Nangyari. Mainit na ba? Ano mainit ang PlayStation? Naghang na.
Are the Russians going to be helping
Kaya
us?
ni-skip ko na lang guys ha, sorry.
KGB has promised to lend us one of
Bakit
their
napuputol? Di ko rin alam, Ray, eh.
satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
Ni-skip ko na lang guys.
That's it.
They've also put us in touch with a couple of
Kaya
insiders.
di na naghang.
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Vulcan's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
So yung first part, ano talaga, ano, para siyang tutorial na. Yun yung pinaka-tutorial niya. Ito na talaga yung real deal. Real deal na to guys.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Grabe, 1960s may gantong technology na pala. Or ano lang to? Fiction na lang din. Ito mahirap, no? Parang hindi mo alam kung ano yung fiction sa totoo. Kung ano yung technology na nag-i-exist na nung time na yun or hindi pa. Fiction or meron ng prototype niya noon. Cold War Pop, Space Race, Technological Race, at iba pa. Okay. Merong era or parang merong year or decade na talagang nag-leap yung technological advance na nangyari sa atin, no? Tapos parang meron ding decade na biglang parang hindi na nag-progress. Or hindi nag-progress pero minimal progress, parang
This
ganun.
is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time.
Yun yung may mga theory na ano, 'di ba, na
Find
parang
out what's happened to
parte
the
ba dito yung mga
Shagahar,
alien?
then destroy it. And finally,
Doon
eliminate
natin
the
nakuha yung
boss.
technology or something.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagahod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
Gago.
The wrong one?
Bakit?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Ang daming movie references no?
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
But I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels that was discovered by the Nazis before it was
Machine
finished.
learning and AI yung
I watched the
nagpo-progress
movie
na
again just
tech
to make
ngayon.
sure.
Which is
In fact, I even
nakakatakot.
ordered the actual
Ewan,
film
natatakot
from
ako
the
dyan sa
movie
AI na
company.
yun.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square zero. My frequency is 140.
Movie man si Kojima kasi o nga eh.
I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
After ng iPhone, ayun, minimal na lang
If
tech
we fail,
progression.
she'll have her
AI
medical
kasi
license
now yung
revoked.
grabe ang
More or less
progress eh.
the same
Totoo.
kind of fate. Her frequency
Saka yung mga platforms
is the
more
same
on
as
cloud
during
na.
the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96.
Ray,
And there's one
base
more
sa
person on
experience
our
mo sa
support
cloud
team.
tsaka sa
His
tech,
name is Mr. Sigint.
sa IT.
He's an expert on the
Cloud
latest
gaming ba yung
weapons and
future?
equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most
Or
advanced
streaming.
weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility.
Dadating ba tayo sa
If you have
stage
any
na di na
questions,
tayo
just ask
magda-download
me.
ng games, stream
His
na lang na natin
frequency
siya or
is
cloud.
148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and "Lali Lulelo."
Lali Lulelo.
Lalilulelo.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
Okay.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government.
Okay.
It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent. To the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember,
I think so,
this is
pero
still a
dapat
sneaking
maging
mission.
fast muna yung internet
Snake,
natin sa buong
if you
mundo.
fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Okay. Grabe, ang haba nun, oh. Ang habang ano. Guys, dito ako natatapos yung stream. Ang haba nung ano na yun. Ang haba nung cutscene na yun. Tsaka 3 hours na rin naman. Save muna ako.
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually. I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Okay.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
Let's hope so. But seriously, don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission.
Bakit?
Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina. And try not to get yourself hurt. If you're wounded or get bitten by a venomous animal, go into the survival viewer immediately and treat yourself using Cure.
Ito na naman tayo.
Yeah. I can see you still know how to nag.
You're welcome. And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Maybe so. By the way, I heard you're going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
Yes, there was talk of that, but the mission won't fail, will it?
Of course not.
Kasi if you think about it, nagpo-focus ngayon mga big companies on sustainability. Kaya mga apps ngayon nasa cloud, di masyado gumagamit ng mga resources.
Why?
So that I
Yan
can
din yung ginagawa ng Nintendo, di ba? Hindi kaya ng hardware nila. So, cloud gaming sila. Let's say, Resident Evil, hindi kaya ng hardware. Cloud gaming yung ginagawa nila kasi walang
to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other.
Walang kain sa hardware.
So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian.
Problema lang sa
me,
Switch.
Right?
Thanks.
Pag cloud gaming.
Stop right there. You can thank me.
Nawala yung ano na portability. Kasi syempre wala naman, di naman ganun kabilis yung internet mo pag mobile ka. So, pag nagka-cloud gaming ka na on the go, hindi rin ganun ka viable, I think. Yun. Guys, ito na tatapos yung stream. 3 hours na. I think goods na yun. So far, so good.
Okay, good
luck,
Snake.
Ito na, may kwento na naman to. Yun. Guys, thank you sa lahat ng mga nag-like, nag-share, nag-send ng stars, tumambay. Sa Wednesday ulit, so yun yung schedule ng stream natin. MWF every 6 p.m. Tapos syempre Sunday TT, topic every 6 p.m. din. So, yan, sana hindi magbago yung schedule ko sa trabaho. Kasi pag nagbago yung schedule ko sa trabaho, mababago yung schedule. And malaking tulong din kasi yung yung meron kang schedule sa stream, sa algorithm, syempre sa mga tao din na nanonood. So, yan. Maraming salamat sa inyo guys sa susunod ulit na stream. Thank you. Bye-bye. Kita-kits sa GC. The Game Silog Show is fan-supported at facebook.com/The Game Silog Show. The following names are our current supporters and I'm eternally grateful for your kindness, support, and generosity. Sands, Mark Andrew Yap or Maku, Frederick Telen Soriano ng Late na Gamer, Mar Valencia, Joshua Marquez ng Blaze, Daddy Player 1, Francis Lance Galapon, Yvette Solivilla ng Ara Ara The Wii Podcast, Albert Gonzalez, Arnel Pableo, Paula David, Vitoy Bautista, Mark Paha, Tess Macalanda, Benson Santa Ana, Jeff Bahilot, Mary Fontamillas, Teacher Mike Lau Bacareza, Mark Christian De La Cruz, Mark Divina Gracia, Drew Rivera, RD Casimiro, Alders Valerio, Ruben Domingo, Justin Rason Bermundo, Ray Anthony Rivera, Bernard James Cruz, Rafi SF, Jivan Jairo Fernandez, TJ Balyares, Malcolm Colamar, DJ Silva ng Edgy Weeb, Luigi Tumulak, Yen Luna, and Delia Bourbon. Maraming salamat sa inyo guys.